Next we have Alicia Hernandez.
Hi guys. So my name is Eliezer Hernandez, but you guys can call me Ellie if you bump into me. This first poem, well first let me ask, how many of you guys have been in love? Yes, almost everyone, right? So this is a poem I wrote for someone I used to love, and it's called Electric Love. If you were a movie, I'd have the Blu-ray, DVD, and digital copy. I'd have all your special features, including the making of us, the soundtrack of Amigos, all our deleted scenes. I'd shoot every part in 35mm film. The director's cut would just be a voiceover of my love for you. I'd edit and re-edit all the times I heard you. No matter how long, I keep my eyes open. So that was the first one. The second one is a poem I wrote for someone who cut me off, and I was so mad. I'm sure all of you have experienced something like that. It has some PG-13 language, but I'm gonna twist it around, and you guys hopefully will get it. So this poem is called Fudge You and Your BMW, You Don't Own the World. You didn't stop at red, nor did you turn your head to see the no turn on red sign asking if you would listen to it today. If I break the law, I get penalties and points, but you just get points on your Capital One credit card. What's in your wallet? Without money, you're still a butthole in the soul, cockroach that I wipe off my $20 shoes. Fudge you and your BMW. You don't own the world. Despite you beating her like your wife, you choke her with the fumes of your premium gasoline. Your punches leave oil in her oceans. You murder her livestock to make sure that heated beige leather feels warm on your butt. Thank you guys.
Thank you. Next we have Charles Curtis.
Sorry. How y'all doing? Can y'all hear me from back there? Hold on. Can y'all hear me from back there? Alright, so I'm doing two poems. The first one is called Little. Is this one?
Yes.
I'm sorry. I guess I am a little bit of This one is called Little Black Soldier. So here it is. I see straight through your black skin, and all I see is a European mind frame. But sit down and let me tell you about how Zion rose as Babylon fell. Words burn, that's lyrical hell. Words like spikes, I make it hard to excel because we are the lions in Rome as it fell. Towers collapsed and glass shattered when we rose, our voices one. A type of hope that exists in the spaces between your heartbeat. A type of courage that can't be killed by no gun. Little black soldier, I'm here to bring out the Hannibal in you. My colloquialisms give the blind third eyes and lead them from disarray. Little black soldiers, you'll be gods one day. And I need you to digest these words like wine in communion. I'm bringing back soul to the body. That's a holy reunion. Verbs vibrate through the fiber of your epidermis, but only if your mind permits. Little black soldier, I'm telling you to breathe and to throw up the fist. Revolutions are different these days, but still require blood. How much will we shed for our boys to grow to kings and our girls to be queens? I need them to see things that we ain't never seen. I'm searching for my crown, but I'm starting at the root. Throat ain't open, but I'm spitting the truth. Breathing heaven back into the youth, leaving the opposition confused. I'm dropping one-hit catches like master balls and Mewtwo's. White systematic bombs I defuse. So smooth with it, I can put the poem on auto cruise. Chew up these sound bites and false audibles. I'm raising vibrations from open to closed. I'm trying to separate us from those. We'll call it divine judgment, like the Inquisition that was imposed. I'm reaching to the African in you, not the fold. Harsh frozen and slaves searching for freedom in February cold. Think of yourself as the one that broke the mold. I seen a city invincible in a dream I had of you. I'm wondering if you've seen it too. A day when the sun rose and nights like this were through. My words are gold like I'm spitting comedic alchemy. Words like knives, I'm slaying all 7 heads on Revelation's beast. We will build Zion on the ruins of the old, sending eulogies to Babylon like a holy priest. Soldiers, we don't sleep, we eat. Porcelain bones we use to pick our teeth. We'll live in pyramids overlooking the sea. Me, you, and us. Living in a kingdom of gold we've built from rust and dust. Children of the earth, we've come from the crust. So that was the first one. This one, hold on, I may have to refer to my notes. That one's Little Black Soldier. This one's called Moon Palace. So it's kind of like a little love thing. I got it. Here it is. I want to hollow out the moon for you and construct a palace made of marble, so that when the moon dances with the sun, you'll always be reminded of how hot I can get you. And the density of black matter, your black flesh, was the only thing that mattered. It isn't love making this quantum physics, and we can just cuddle tonight if you ain't with me. I will hold you until the end of time, even until the end of time, when the stars collapse into themselves and create black holes. I won't be scared, because with these palms, I could suffocate the universe into paradoxes, slay constellations in your name. I'm bursting big bangs into nothingness, so excuse me if you didn't think infinity exists. Our bones will be our calcium headstones, and in it will be carved to infinity and beyond, because Buzz Lightyear was always my favorite superhero. I will journey into the depths of you that leads to your core, and in you I will pick up the fragments of Saturn's rings and place them on your head like a halo. I'm trying to bring out the God in you. That's why I carved out the moon and gave you a godly view.
Thank you. Okay, so the next poet is me. Well, my name is Kean. So this is an original poem by me titled "These Words You Can't See." Stop. Stop looking at me and listen. Stop and listen to my words. Try to taste my soul. Taste the articulation of my tongue. Allow me the temporary treat of touching the sacred folds of your imagination. Do not label me. Give me a chance to have an impression upon what you've already come to conclusions about before I take the privilege to open my mouth. You look at me and listen only to what you see. And before I open my mouth and grant you a rare privilege within the beauty of my mind, you reduce me. You reduce me to the width of my hips, the thickness of my thighs, the pretty pinkness of these cute little lips. Stop looking at me and listen. I'm not angry, I'm not bitter, I'm not scarred, I'm not a victim, a color, a stereotype. I'm not the painting of what society has painted of me. Now it's my time to break the silence that I've held for so long. Someone please stop hearing me and listen. I didn't come here to brag. I didn't come here to boast. I just came here to say that I am here, and I am sick of being categorized, but since the categorization will never cease, I'm taking this time, my time, to define me. I am a queen. With the gold line behind these deep brown eyes, you see, in this head of mine, I create empires, establish legacies, ignite fires that burn hotter than Max's sexiest 100. You see, when these words, my words, expel from the sweet tip of his tongue, making its way to the yearning canal of what you call your ear, and kisses it with only the intention of making your body tremble with sweet pleasure. Maxim who? Understand that that was just something to let you know that I, Ricky Rochelle, am here. Unapologetic, unashamed, proud of who I am and who I have not become. And as a woman with the wonders of life protected safely within my womb, I'm wondering enough to say that I do not know everything. But understand that a young woman like me doesn't grow up to be something. I don't aspire to be something because I, Ricky Rochelle, am already someone. If every female that has granted me this opportunity to share within my heart, remember this. Always keep your back as straight as a pillar. For the moment you bend it, you'll be perceived as weak, not human. Keep the assertion, dignity, pride in your talk. Yeah, they're gonna label you a bitch, but at least you'll be a bitch with respect. Lastly, but certainly not the least, protect the delicate flower between your legs. After all, it brings to earth life like no other has. Flowers are a delicacy, and they die in the wrong hands. My name is Ricky Rochelle. Peace and thank you. All right. Next up, we have Angie.
Okay, I didn't memorize mine, so I just wrote it. It's called Sneak Into My Mom. Boy, don't you stare at me in that manner. Yeah, you know. You're the one making the light flutter from my eyes, raising my brows, staring at my eyes. Look what you're doing and look at what you do. It's catching my eye. Alluring, captivating, destabilizing me. The high velocities of our son of atrocities. Slowly approaching with satisfaction, self-image, self-admiration, gratification. Lean over it. Let me build a chemistry. You're a mystery. Let's make our history. Turn back time, let's revert to being primitive. When our instincts lead us into extreme limits. Those slow kisses, unleashing my deep desires. The warmth of your skin pressed against mine, including when we get into intense urges. Those kisses on the lips that made me quiver. I close my eyes to feel the pleasure intensifying. I open my eyes realizing it was an infatuation, a fascination, a peek into my imagination. Come close to me, let me take you through my path. Make your way between my legs and let me feel your knee. Caress me, kiss me, feel me. Make my fluids flow like the Nile. Grab me, take me, consume me. Keep going, don't stop. Let me take you away. Then as we lay, Odin Gray, Odin Clay, I would have taken your existence in just one day. That's it.
Thank you. Next we have Janelle Spicer. Next we have Mr. Student.
Mr. Student.
Plot twist.
Good afternoon, everybody. Good to see everybody came out. It's a nice little turnout. A lot of poetry lovers. It's nice to see. Every poem is a piece of truth, as we learned earlier. And every truth has a backstory. This is a little story about value that takes place in a record shop. It's called Pretty Banged Up. Pretty banged up. I'm broke. I need $1. Rent too high, it sweats my collar. I hand over the record, the treasure, the heirloom. His face wrinkles tight, the value presumed. And it's pretty banged up, his sharp stab his side eye. A quick nod agreement, my only reply. I do not do records. I'm no vinyl head. These people recorded are sadly all dead. And normally, my 2 cents I would not cash. But this mister's value was busted in my ass. Accused of a lackluster sell-it-back rate, conspiracy legalizes similar things. My brother's Tuskegee and sister's sex doll were pretty banged up from their daily call. That struggling corner store, that nonprofit pack, are pretty banged up from funding they lack. In the race to a race, there are code words like dark that are used, what to fund. Simple things, like a park. And although I pay taxes to fund all that's good, South Side's pretty banged up. We call it the hood. So when I am faced, in no terms uncertain, with pretty banged up, the old heart starts hurting. You devalue the worth of the things in your rear, but your devaluable worth, that's the thing that I fear.
I just want to let you know.
Thank you, Mr. Student. Next, we have Janelle Spicer. Hello? Hello. Shout out to Advanced Poetry over there. What's up, guys? All right. So this piece that I'm about, I need this?
It's on. It's just you can't hear it.
Oh, you sure? Okay. This piece that I'm about to perform was inspired by a Vice documentary I watched on some soldiers that came back from the war and had a tough time readjusting. And it's just situations we all have tough times readjusting. This was an edited piece from. I don't know. Fortress walls divide the space we share in this queen-size bed unevenly up the middle, like tempestuous war zones. It's blocking the only sun peeking from the only window, peeking over your left eye like nuclear ash clouds. This wall is hindering all thoughts like full speech to intellectuals. I don't even think you know what you're saying right now. You and I are not meant to be together. So why am I standing in the middle of this bedroom, picking at heavy limestone with my fingertips, breaking gravel with my bare hands just to see you, defying all thought and association of who you are and who the world needs me to be. And now you're siding with them and I'm siding with faith. And the only thing that we can agree on is that we'll never be the same. My love, let your eyes gain weight. Tilt your head upward. Reach your existence over their bullshit banquet walls until you reach me. You and I are not meant to be together. They're firing at will, at someone you used to love. And now, you and I can't be together? So why do I find myself painted in purple heart, watercolor hues of soot and land and sulfur, from crawling on muddy hand and foot through trenches like a blistering, slithering beast just to bask in you, and you and I aren't meant to be together? Why can't we coexist? Why can't we harmonize our thoughts? You know, like methodic war drums, like grenades, like IEDs, like PTSD, and all the other war shit that you know that you love. My love, let your words spill over their sides like pooling doctrine. And when it reaches me, because it will reach me, no mass of earth, no systematic siege, no trench, no moat, no one can keep me from wanting you. You and I can't be together. Stand on this fucking wall. I don't know.
There will be no shattered glass, shotgun shell wind chimes beating above my door. They will not touch my stained glass windows. My love, this is my white flag. No war exists but us.
Thank you. Next we have Burgundy Still.
Hello. Oh, it's weird. Okay. This poem, I didn't have a title for it. So I named it Little Black Girl. I swear I didn't write this with y'all. It just happened.
Get the mic closer to your face.
Put it closer, okay. When I was a little black girl, society never told me that I was what beauty looked like. So I didn't know. So for that, I was ashamed of the melanin in my skin, the lips I was born with, this head of curly wild hair, and the curves that my elders had that I knew one day I would be cursed with. I hated myself because no one outside of my bloodline looked twice at me and told me that I was what beauty looked like. So no one wanted the girl with the nappy boots with attitude and sassiness and everything she do. No one thought being outspoken and having your own mind even at 7 or 8 years old was cute. So I would get into heated conversations with my reflection asking her, what the hell is wrong with you? Why couldn't you have been born with lighter skin, straighter hair, and green eyes? And why is it so hard for you to just shut the fuck up sometimes and not speak your mind? I need answers, why? When I was a little black girl, society was afraid to admit that I was the essence of beauty. That everything about my mind, body, and soul is what other soon-to-be women would try to uphold. This darker skin, these high cheekbones, them full lips, wide hips, and the way they move to the rhythm of their own drum beat. See, I was beauty, and now I knew it. Because society proves it by pushing every characteristic, every trait of a queen, with more melanin in her skin, with more strength in her hair and bones, with more fat in the right places, with more sass in her walk, more passion and pain in her talk. It was easy to see that I was the blueprint for beauty, because they were trying to make everyone else look like me. Society never told me that I was what beauty looked like, but they did show me because I was what everyone else was trying to look like. This next one's called Looking for You. I've been looking for you in every friendly face in the crowd. In every spot, in every smile, and every high and by. I've been looking for you. Every time a pair of hands touch my body, I twist and turn until they feel like yours. I've been looking for you in the way they walk, talk, and dress. I close my eyes every time I hear them speak, so I can manipulate their vocal cords till every single word they say has your tone, your accent, your pace, your speech. I love you to the point that I want to find you in every guy I meet, because even though I said I was over you and this couldn't be, I also meant it when I said I wanted to spend the rest of my life with you. So I try my best to clone you, but it never seems to work. They never give me that spark. I might be feeling them for that night, but it never seems to last. They don't have your annoying laugh, your crooked smile, your sarcastic comebacks, or your quirky style. I've been looking for you, and it's getting harder each day, fighting back the urge to ignore everything I know is not good for me and just call you so I can find you again. Were you right? That I would never find another guy like you? But that's just it. I don't want to go through the same shit. So why am I looking for you?
Next we have Savage Elegance.
Good night. This poem is called When Angels Cry. Today is a good day, or so I assume. But when I opened my eyes and looked around my room, I could see nothing but shadow in the room. The grass outside is dead and no flowers in the room. I closed my eyes and couldn't hear the birds sing. This caused my soul to ache, my heart to sting. And it tore me up inside to know that I couldn't stop this happening. As I step outside and I see the clouds bundled like cotton, I start to feel like all the happiness in the world totally forgotten. People running and screaming and hiding in fear. And then all of a sudden I begin to hear crying. I hear it loud and clear, like a thunderclap. I hear it piercing my ear. So I raised my head to the sky and I realized that I heard an angel's cry. I sat and wondered, an angel would cry? They're strong, beautiful, and they can fly. And like a bolt of lightning, it hit me, the question, why must so many innocents die? This matter is far too great to hide. This is far too evil to describe. But now I know why angels would cry. They hate to see innocent people die, but it's not their job to stop it. So what can be done? If friends, family, you and I try, it's possible that we'll never again see the day when angels cry. This next one is called A Journey to Find Your Home. I need to get up, wash my face, and leave this place that I call home. But home is where the heart is, right? Okay, pause. We're gonna come back to that. Let's get on the fact that all these fake thugs and track queens is out here whack. Niggas scheming and scamming, trying to make a stack, but you don't realize that this shit just makes your heart black. The evil deeds and deception, the insidious conception of what society has told you is alright, rather than to show you the right way, leaves you cold and blind on a pitch winter night. Everybody arguing and fighting soon after they lose sight of the things that are most important in life. How the hell are you trying to be someone that people look up to when as soon as they see you, they're looking down? They're looking down at your ass because you're sagging in the name of freedom and fashion. You can't walk right. You can't dance. Nigga, if I wanted to shoot you running, nigga, you ain't got a chance. It's really sad that our life goals have stopped at having all the hottest Jordans, when it should be only becoming successful enough to take when it should be only being successful enough to take a trip or two to Jordan. And I'm not talking about Mike. I'm talking about scooping your family up and having brunch under that tower named after Alexander Eiffel. When you finish, come home, because like I said, home is where the heart is. But how can your heart choose a home if it's never been anywhere? So get your education, make your money, pack your bags and go somewhere else and learn something about this world that's bigger than any of us. If you dare. And when you've had your fill, you sit back in the chair with your shades in your hair and think back to all that you've done. And I guarantee you, it'll be a life well lived. This, I swear.
Next we have Alexis Andrews.
called Love, Consequences, Rehab, and Repeat. The first I love you was a bullet that would forever comatose me. Every hug weakened my inner spirit and punctured holes into my independence, yet they were filled with security that you would forever be mine. A kiss was lethal from everyone. I slowly dissolved into someone of whom I would never think that I would turn into. Weak within and a smile without. The truth of your unfaithfulness, I ignored on cold floors wrapped in my own delusions, tears creating a pond of hope. I swam in, but it seemed like forever. Then you left and I didn't have a clue what to do. My identity was lost with the rest of me. My insanity caused me to check into love's rehab. Day by day I stood stronger and realized I was someone before you, and I will be without you after I'm over you. My anger soon turned to sympathy for the next girl you played the deadly game with. And I just knew I was okay and was immune to the shots we may throw again. But see, that's the thing though, love about love. It is indeed a virus that will never die. It may seem undetected on the x-rays, but that's just the thing. It's just to get your guard down, and when it feels like attacking, it will, it can. And then it starts, the steps, all over. Love, consequences, rehab, repeat. This one is called Yesterday's Smile. It started with a smile from a boy so beautiful, not even I could understand when he came over me. And for a while, time, it just stood still. Then it showed its true colors and I thought it was meant to be. It hit me hard. My heart was like broken. But it was the same smile from a face so beautiful that it belonged to him, the one who came and went so freely as if to say, I'm yours, but just for a short while. He put his clothes back on and smiled and he departed as if to satisfy my heart, but I knew better. And then time slowly came and went. The following days we spent, I cannot say that they were in vain. Time stood still enough for us to just get our fill for the moment. He liked to walk home in the rain, and it's hard to say if the pain was worth the pain. Get it? And from the same smile of the face so beautiful, he left with his smile. Even to this day, it bothers me. But still, it seems like it was only yesterday. Those fall and winter days we spent were wild and insane, and it's hard to say if it was worth the pain. But then, just to think, it was the face of a smile so beautiful that not even I could understand what came over me, and for a while, time it just stood still. But then it showed its true colors, and it was as if it was meant to hit me personally, hard, and just break my heart. Thank you. Next we have Chantel Lee. No?
My first poem is for someone very, very special. I hate you. I hate you because you hurt me, and you hurt her too. Well, initially you hurt her, and then eventually you hurt me, but her happened to know very well. He did nothing to you, yet you found it in your blood to break her heart literally into pieces. Only thing that kept me from raising hell was Jesus. But still, you were something we just couldn't get rid of. Everything about you became about her, and then eventually everything about her became about me. Instead of love, we felt heartache, pain, fatigue, stress. And then came the unexplained weight loss. The unexplained weight loss, you were the boss. No words, song, shot, and spare poem could ever get you out of our minds. You were the boss, the president, the teacher, the facilitator to our mind, body, and soul. She told me what you did to her. You manipulated her. You were the reason I couldn't sleep good at night. I hate you. Cancer. I hate you for manipulating her body. You started as one normal cell, and randomly nothing at all happened, and for no reason at all you changed, or in better terms, mutated. Unable to repair yourself, you became damaged, and then multiplied. I fucking hate you. You hurt me. You took something from me that I can never replace. This isn't something like my first stick of gum. I don't have another. You took my one. You took my one and only mother. One day the doctor called me and told me to come in 2 days because my mother only has 1 day left to live. Someone out there has it worse, is what I kept telling myself. But still, I fucking hate you, cancer. And no, I will never forget, but I will forget. And I will be thankful. Thankful that you gave me at least 1 day to say goodbye. But in that 1 day, I never said goodbye. I said, I'll see you later, Mom, because the doctors think you're weak, but I know you're strong, because I'm strong. Strong enough for the both of us. Today I'm strong. Stronger than I have ever been. I may not be the strongest physically, but I damn sure is mentally. But still, 1 day only consists of 24 hours. And 24 hours just isn't enough time to tell someone that you've known for 22 years that you love them with 101% of your heart. I have one more. Good morning text messages. Occasional I miss you text messages. Via cellular isn't enough. I'd rather feel our lips touch. I'd rather hold your hand and stroll through the park as opposed to your hand showing through my inside, as my knees lock and my back arch. Nothing compares to the fantasies that I fantasize about you. I long for a dinner date. I long to spend a cold, rainy day inside undercovers, eating snacks, watching reality shows, and cuddling. With you, I would love to hold and kiss you and kiss you and kiss you some more. Nothing compares to the nude pictures that you send me followed by a kiss in the heart. Nothing compares to the thoughts that race through my mind, the signals that my mind sends to my heart. Nothing compares to reality. Reality is that when you send me that kiss in that heart, you only imagine pulling my legs apart. And occasionally that's fine, because the things you do to me really blows my mind, but it's not fine when occasionally turns into all the time. That's not what I want. I want to make you a merry-go-round. I want to make you ejaculate. Not sexually. I want to make all the love in your body ejaculate through your heart. I want to open up your body and kiss every organ in it. When I get to your heart, I want to dive in. That's what I want. I don't want us to create a really good love relationship. I want us to create a phenomenal, earth-shattering one. That's what I want. Don't get me wrong. You excite me. Our sex is amazing, off the charts, out of this planet. The intimacy, 100% satisfaction. But wait, I experience all frowns, no smiles. So basically, the sex is great, the love is fake. When you get me all hot and heavy, I love it. But nothing compares to those lonely nights and a face full of tears. I hate that, but I love you.
Next we have,
Excuse me.
I'll start shaking with the mic, so I'd rather not. I was supposed to be in class an hour ago, but you guys kind of are holding me captive. This poem is called A Poem for Fools. To be in love is to foolishly fester in splinters of trust. To be in love is to accept deceptions of subliminal erections blinded by bounds of secrecy. Still, repeatedly, I crawl back into open wounds, trusting his shrooms of poison. Oh, how I love the scent of her, for she must love the taste of me. Because we both dance in the same puddles of romance, taking chances with no rain boots. From my eyes to her ooh-wees, we rock his boat. Me riding up and down his channel, wet and coatless, licking small circles down his passage as he races the avenues of orgasm. It's like I then passed him. Because she too mimics actions of satisfactions under white sheets of infidelity. Yet I'm no kin to Satan, for she's no friend to divinity. And we both dangle from the chandeliers of heaven, petties blistering and sparking heat. All because he told me he loved me. And he must have told her the same. Because his brain clouds our consciousness, foolish, my pleasure, now her pain. As we battle in fields of stupidity and deceit, he cheats with content, loving no one but himself.
next we have Olive.
Hello everyone. I've never done this into a microphone before, but I'll try to make it work. You guys really make me want to come up here because you all have been really good so far. So I kind of have a scene from a movie memorized, but it fits in exactly with what we're doing. So has anybody seen 22 Jump Street?
Yeah.
All right, well there's a scene where Jonah Hill is kind of like shoved up there to go and do a poetry slam. Without any practice, he just says what comes to mind. So that's what I'm going to do right now. Slam poetry, yelling, angry, waving my hands a lot, specific point of view on things. Cynthia. Jesus died for our Cynthias. Jesus cried, runaway bride. Julia Roberts. Julia Roberts. Cynthia. Cynthia. You're dead. You are dead. Bop boop beep. You're dead. And that's for Cynthia. She's dead.
Especially with social media alters what you're perceiving. Twitter and IG bios act as teenage resumes. You find a flaw in it, you move along. That's just the way of the timeline. I guess that's how it goes. Seen a lot of college models. How great do those filters make you look, though? And how could I judge? I'm more Urkel than Jaleel White, because that's his other half. Because there's a difference between the university kid and the rapper after Grammy Gold and World Love for Prescription. Building up hops while I'm bouncing on SoundClouds. Follow me at AM95. Figured I say it while I'm allowed. Figure while I hold the trigger, I take my shot. Funny how I love this, but on the reg, I'm shy. Beats behind the microphone, self-conscious as I walk along. God wrote my script of greatness. Every day I learn and move along. Hercules over beats. Acapella ain't my style, but I wanted to try it out. Alec D, you know me better now.
Okay, so that was the second to last performance. Does anybody else want to perform? Anybody feeling inspired? See? We got one.
Yeah. It's a short little something, but
something's better than
I
nothing.
have it, exactly. Can we go again?
Will she switch to that?
Yeah.
I just have to find it. Okay. Lewis Gluck wrote everyone should write a spring poem, so I just wrote a short little spring poem. Life exchanges, it's the season of rebirth. Amidst the bloom, decay washes away. Mighty green forest, breathing in the sunshine air. Above and below is freeing of winter's despair. Bright days lie ahead as we emerge from the season of the dead.
The name? You want it to go again?
Oh, I was gonna go again.
Oh, Jude. Before she goes, anybody else that wants to go, can you just come up and sign your name, please? So, go ahead and go through this. Yeah, just on the order, you know.
Okay, so like I printed out a bunch because I didn't know how many people were gonna come here. So I guess I'll do another set of just a written thing and then a poem. I don't know. I don't need this. That's all that singing lessons, right? I've never thought of this as actually slam poetry, but I think it is. I could love you, you know. I could love you if you're funny. I could love you if you had a quirky obsession for best that just so happened to make my insides numb. I could love you if you were the light of the party. I could love you if you stayed quiet in the corner, observing. I'd make a fool of myself with you, or I'd stay in the corner and talk about how terrible everyone is. I could love you. I could love anyone, really. I used to despise people like this. I was self-reliant. I was strong. I don't need no man. But life breaks you down and everyone needs somebody. Because you grow up and your parents don't love you unconditionally anymore. You try so damn hard. And one day they go from telling you that you're a fucking ray of sunshine to another where they do everything in their power to show you what a terrible fucking ray of sunshine you are. Or maybe they always told you that. As a matter of fact, they told you both. You're just lost in the battle of wills between their words and your walls. So now you're stuck thinking all at once you are a terrible person, but you can't change because you are perfect. A bloody fucking terrible ray of sunshine. So now I can't get love from them, so I'll get love from you. I don't feel safe at home anymore. I don't really have a home anymore. Will you be my home? I'm always roaming in my mind. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. I can't think. I can't put myself together anymore. When I'm loved, I'm home. I am safe at home. I could finally catch the threads and pull myself together. Home is wherever I'm with you, darling. I could love you. You know, I could love you if you're not afraid of how desperately I need someone to be there for me right now. I could love you if you don't run away from how fiercely I would love you. I could love you if you looked me in the eyes and said, Mackenzie Rose Walsh, you are worthwhile. I could love you, you know. Please.
You're worth it.
Okay, I don't know, just this short one now. Romance is dead. I chopped off his head as the guillotine went down its side with a frown. Now who will wear my crown? And then I, the jaded queen of missing parts and broken things, drunk on the things that boys taste like and high on the things that boys smell like, simply cried, me!
Next we have Arjun.
This next poem is a poem that, well, this is one of my favorite ones to perform, actually. It's called Interest. You see, a lot of the women I've ever had interest in, I eventually wound up losing interest in because those same women let me put my interest in before any of our conversations ever got interesting. Girl, tell me some of your interest then, and I can probably tell you why you interest men. Your flawless and quite tasteless skin is what drives those same men to commit this tasteless sin. I bet even some of your favorite and nameless kin would drive your name to the dirt to make themselves seem more interesting. After the number of bodies you've had becomes way plus 10, sex becomes a game you swore you'd never played from way back then. And after all the beds and the lies that you laid up in, you learn that pillow talking isn't done once you're way past friends. But you learned that lesson a long time ago, yeah, way back when you started sleeping over at his house, just the two of you, way past 10. And all the drive and determination that made you crave that win has been washed and drowned by some drinks that taste more like gin. The secrets you hold in your panties are overflow and you let no one in. And all you're waiting for is for college to start so you can have your name clean with all past sin. But little did you know, James, from that class that you had at 10, yet your so-called friend has scripted and publicized all your past promiscuities with this, the world's most dangerously laced up pen.
I'm going to do something different tonight. I actually have a poem and then I rewrote it with some different words, so I'm going to read to you both. It's called Powers of Darkness, the first one. Some things are meant to be unspoken, like an act of kindness, someone threatens you, when you are deeply in love and only the two of you know it, or marveling in the beauty of the world, a thought not meant to be shared. Sorry. Certain feelings that are there, being careless and thoughtless, when you have an arrogant thought and feeling, you stop believing or dreaming, or a desire for something you can't have. Lies that can thrive if you tell, but won't if you keep them to yourself. If it will compel, will it ring a bell, will it strike that hardcore shell that contains that self-contained bitterness that wells up inside of you, that never comes out. All your doubt, you never scream and shout. The mask you wear, the hides that you care, all the strife you bear. Now I'm going to read you the second one. Drip, drip, drip. On the stone, creating a hole, a void, a piece by piece. The things our mind does not want to see. Bullying, the nasty look in the hallway, an unanswered hello, the shove on the playground, not being chosen for the football team, student not called on in class, the phone call not returned, but you keep on waiting, just waiting, hoping, wanting, the intention of the people around you that surround you. Someone threatens you, a thought not meant to be shared, as I can thrive if you tell, but won't if you keep them to yourself. If it will compel, will it ring a bell, will it strike that hardcore shell that contains that self-contained bitterness, wells up inside of you, but never comes out. With all your doubt, you never scream and shout. The mask you wear that hides that you care, all the strife you bear. When you talk, everybody leaves. There's nobody to appease or to feel at ease with, because everybody just thinks you are a tease and can easily be pushed over or aside. Every single time you try, you get denied and want to confide and to hide, but your pride has been turned inside out. And when you bring about all the negatives, you got to think about all the positives, like an unspoken act of kindness, or when you are deeply in love and only the two of you know it, or marveling in the beauty of the world, the beauty of sunrise and sunset, or the sound of the baby's laughter, chase after your dreams, make a school team, or having pleasant daydreams. You got the negatives and the positives.
Next we have
Hey. Alright, well, this is from a song that I wrote over the weekend. It's written for anybody who ever felt like they had nobody. Growing up, I always kept to myself. Just me on the block. There was nobody else. Hurting my leg on the ground when I fell just didn't compare to the pain that I felt knowing no one was coming to help. I got over that, reached the summit myself. What's death when you living in hell? But no bird spreads its wings when it lives in a cell. You gotta go through hell to spit fire. Don't believe the lies, rebel, don't sit quiet. They wanna starve you dead, forget a strict diet, trying to disconnect my soul. But right now, I feel wired. A little more. But right now, I feel wired. I know the road that you want, but you don't gotta go it alone. Come here and lie in my arms. Don't cry, but just know that it's home. You don't gotta be, you don't gotta be, you don't gotta be alone. You don't gotta be, you don't gotta be, you don't gotta be alone. I told you, I was down from the start. Your name on a note and it's bound to my heart. A sick game, man, I'm playing my part. Young Spitter been a winner from the start, and you know that. Thank you. Don't let him see it.
Next we have Sandy W.
Alright, so we're all grown here. I'm assuming everybody's been, you know, to that point where, let's say you went out to a club or whatever, you saw that one person who just right. but you missed your chance. Well, this poem is called Candy. This is for, you know, anybody, you know, who felt like that. What you, I guess, would say to that person. I've got a sweet tooth, but you couldn't tell? Well, then let me show you. Follow me to a place I call Candyland. What's it like, you said? I'll tell you this much. When it comes to my sweets, I don't play. It's nasty, yet oh so sweet. It's always hot, wet, and sticky. I let the funky in. In Candyland, there are desserts of every kind. With these next words, I intend to stimulate your entire body as well as your mind. sweet tenderness of your of the sweetest lips leaves my mouth dripping like the whipped cream that runs down your legs as you moan and scream while I feast on your peach pie. Girl, don't front. You know, you can't deny that you're already having a sugar rush. And I have yet to even peel the banana and smother it in the chocolate syrup that's been poured on those beautiful ice cream scoops. Oops, that's with the sundae. But no sundae is complete without the cherry. That sweet cherry that I'm busting, licking, sucking, and the sweets are like a drug, and I'm trying to overdose. You give me withdrawals. Now tell me, are you ready to ride? Just remember, you must be this tall to ride my face. My face is the place I want you to embrace with your place of pleasure. As I place my tongue on those lips, not those lips. Got you screaming and squealing. You were standing while I was feasting. Now you're kneeling. So come on and embrace my place and my plan to have you never want to leave this candy land. Woo!